And that concludes Life with Rachel, the Every Girls podcast.
You know, you would be an amazing guest on my podcast.
Oh, you have a podcast too?
Oh, yes. It's called I Know, You Know, Vino, a podcast all about wine. Till next time.
I actually have my own anti-bullying podcast. It's called... No, you stop hitting yourself. So they nicknamed you Oscar Mayer.
Just because I farted once. But I feel much better now that I host my podcast. Can You Fold It? The #1 water origami podcast.
God, there's so many podcasts now. Like mine. The Peapod Podcast.
Pack of Pickled Peppers podcast.
Pennsylvania Pete's Politics Priority Podcast with Pete Potter, the Petty Tea Partier.
If you missed today's broadcast, just download our Missed Broadcast podcast.
Nodcast.
Dead Pet Podcast.
Podcast I'm listening to podcast.
Cross-Eyed Podcast.
Tuesday Brunch Podcast.
WTF with Mark Maron.
My Cock on a Podcast.
Yelling podcast!
This has been God, concluding the 5,774th annual Godcast. And remember, I love you.
I don't think anybody's listening, Dad.
Yay! What happened to that Jew girl?
How long do we do?
Thank you so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed it.
You guys subscribe to the Kids Table so that you guys can check out a new sketch every other week and Igor's anti-vlog every Tuesday.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr.
We're asking so much of you, but it's because we love you.
And we don't want you to miss a thing.
I don't think it has anything to do with love. Isn't it just a career success?
Okay, let us know, if you were to come up with a podcast, what would you call it?
I'd call mine a vlog, right? Because that's what I'm doing.
What?